Hello everybody, this is Captain Collins. Welcome back to another episode from Space Operations Delta. Today with a very beautiful piece of art, Outer Wilds. And I will show you today 10 tips that will give you a anti-frustration guide into the Outer Wilds. So let's go. Before we start, a quick introduction to myself. I'm Captain Collins. I'm a Twitch streamer and YouTube content creator. I stream from Monday to Thursday, 7 PM Central European Time on twitch.tv/CaptainCollins. And if you like my content about space games and the guides I make for them, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button, so that way you can help the channel for free. Thank you very much. Maybe you're thinking about starting the game because it's now available on Steam, as I was thinking. You maybe want to have some tips because the start can be very rough. So for that I will give you 10 tips so that your frustration will not get too high and you can enjoy the game a little bit more. By the way, this is all spoiler free. I will give you no advice on any content in this game. This is just so that you can enjoy the game a little bit better and you can get a grip of the mechanics of this. Let's get to tip number 1, and this is likely the most important one. Don't get mad at deaths. Deaths happen a lot in this game. This is part of the content of the game. You need to die a lot. You will figure out that deaths are not even something bad that's happening. They can also save you some time in the later game. What is this? Welp, that's about it. So I will not give you any spoilers what happens after that. But this is something that will happen a lot in this game. Keep that in mind. Second tip of all is flying is hard at the start. I'm using a controller. The game is telling you that a controller works better. And I agree, even if you're playing on PC and you have keyboard and mouse. But also let me be clear, the probe that you can fly very early on in this game, and this is like we're talking about the first 15 minutes or so, that probe is not accurate at all. It's a smaller version, it flies a little bit weird. Let me show you what I mean by this. What is this? Ooh. Ooh. What? On one of these spools. Ah! Wait, what the frick? Uh-oh. Ah! Ah! Can we start that again? Oh yeah, reset. As you can see, it's not very accurate, but you will get to know that the ship has a little bit more inertia. You will be able to fly it a little bit better than this small one. While we're at the ship is a very big part in this game. Let's talk a little bit more about this. So the third tip is you need to use the autopilot. There is an autopilot in this game. Figure out how it works and then use it. It's very, very helpful to get from A to B. Let me just quickly show you how the autopilot works in a very, very short way. As you can see on top, it says abort autopilot. So it's the same button to start and to abort the autopilot. We're sticking still kind of to the ship, but this is a more general rule of thumbs there in this game. Be aware of gravity also in late game. So whenever you feel that you get a grip of gravity, you have a marker there which tells you how much gravity is on a planet. Keep a close eye on that wherever you are, because it will show you how far you can jump, be able to fly, and so on and so on. Gravity is a thing in this game, also in late game. Tip number 5, still in the ship, there is something really useful in your ship, and that's the ship computer. Let's have a look at this one. That's the computer. Yeah, go to the computer.
How was yesterday?
Timberharf. As you can see right now, let me come back. As you can see right now, there was a map of all the planets you have in the system. So you have to go to every planet that you get to know them. And the other thing we're right now looking at is the rumor mode. And in the rumor mode, you have got locks, like for example, this one. Well, okay, that was not the rumor mode, that was still the mode from the ship. You can go into the rumor mode there and you get some hints on everything that's happening in the galaxy. And you have to check that all the time. That computer is really necessary. It can give you markings for specific locations inside of the universe so that you don't have to remember every single location for yourself or write that down or anything. It will give you markings for that. And since we're talking about the ship logs, that's the next tip. Tip number 6 is read your ship logs, and sometimes read them twice. When you have a log there, they are changing and there's sometimes additional information, and this additional information will give you more hints, know where to go or what to do next. And also definitely take a look out for specific advice in this game. If you get specific advice, be sure to follow it. It is there for a reason. Also at anything else, if you're on a planet and you get some guidance there, so this is tip number 7 literally, then follow it thoroughly. Thoroughly. There you go. Sometimes they give you hints, sometimes they give you advice, and sometimes they also point out danger. But be aware, the most direct way is not the only one all the times. My 8th tip is there are some alternative routes that you can discover for almost everything. So keep an eye out, try to think out of the box, and try to see this game as a big puzzle, as it is. 9th tip there, and this is a huge one. I learned this from a viewer in my channel. Thank you, Songhunter, for this one. Is visit the explorers at least twice in the game. Sometimes they will have to tell you something more importantly right away when you visit them the second time. And sometimes you need to find more information and then have another talk with them later on in the game. So sometimes you need to be more knowledgeable to get new conversation points with your explorers. And tip number 10 is a thing, please, for all the advanced players, don't hate me on this one, but I have to give it. It's a quality of life option there. The only thing that you don't get at the start, there is a specific explorer you want to see twice in the game. Definitely, because he will give you another menu option, and I'm not telling you which one. There is a quick hint that I will show you without telling you where it is or who that is. And this is all the hint you get. I call that precise landing, okay? You need to have a look out there. Extremely precise landing. So these are my 10 tips for you to get through this game without that much frustration, I hope, and you can enjoy the Outer Wilds a little bit more. If you have something to tell me, then please tell me in the comments down below, and we will see us again on some other videos in the future, and have a good time and see you soon. Bye.